Hi everybody, this is just a quickie to tell you about our way of giving you the center of your workpiece when it's in the machine and the path, let's call it a flight path, of your cut. No electronics, no lasers, no digital readouts, just a sticker with cunning markings on it and a sharp pencil. Okay, now we need to put the wood in. One end, get it straight. And make sure that the blades are north-south and bring the bit so that the cutter is now touching the back of the workpiece, which is the face of the machine. Now draw a line straight across from the point sort of around the 14 mark there, or in the middle of that hole, and draw it across the router plate and across the guide rail. Now the line on the router plate here has a fixed relationship to the bit there, and they both move backwards and forwards. But at the moment you can see here with this line lined up that the bit is at the machine face. Now if we move the wood out of the way, we can move it forwards. So it's coming forward of that line, that's forward of the machine face there, and that's the line representing the face of the bit. Now, this all gave us the idea for the sticker. We wanted something more, something that showed us not only the center line, but also the path of how wide the cutter was and where it was going to cut on the piece. So here it is. It's a little sticky piece of very carefully printed graphic. Here we have the Flightpath sticker. That's sticker itself and Flightpath instructions, illustrations, and so on. Now, it consists of a plastic sticker. It sticks down on the router plate, and it's got here the fir tree there, like branches, and that is the center line of that, and that goes through these three half circles. They represent the half-inch bit and the 10mm 3/8 bit, and the inner one, which is an 8mm bit. Those are three straight bits that we sell. The acrylic slat just catches the edge of the router plate and goes down on the guide rail. And when we peel the back off the sticker, we can put that carefully, whoops, let it get stuck down. Now where this goes is, of course, the cutter, the outside cutter that we're using. This is all fiddly job. Against sorry about that, lost track. That's where the half-inch cutter is coming against the back of the machine. This is the picture of it. So that's done a nice job, and it's tight against the right hand edge of the plate. If you get the position of the sticker a bit up or down the router plate, don't worry, you can just rub it out and draw another one. Provided, of course, that the bit is just touching the workpiece. later, if you put in a 10mm cutter into the collet, you will bring it will come forward, of course, because it's a smaller diameter, and as it comes forward, its line comes to there. And if you put in an 8mm bit, it will be another 2mm smaller diameter, therefore 1mm alteration there, but it will come forward and they will all arrive at that line. So this doesn't need to be moved, it's stuck, and the line there can be kept as long as you can see it. Let's make a simple rebate, say 6mm in at the back of the workpiece, using the Flightpath sticker. Okay, now this is the routine for measuring out 6mm. If I bring that to there, looks about 6mm, then I can bring the acrylic slat up to it and move that out of the way, put in that mark there, which is 6mm down, just check it, looks pretty good, and then bring the router forward so that the front edge of the cutter that we've got in there should then cut a 6mm rabbit in the top of the workpiece. Now, you will be wanting to know whether my sticker here works, and the best thing is to make a joint with it. So if I cut straight through the center, we can see whether it's central, and then we can turn it over and I can cut a tenon in here that will fit as a bridal joint. Now we need to know the width of the workpiece and add it in front of the face of the machine line, and I'm backing it with the acrylic. You'll see I can then use the acrylic as a square to mark out the front of the workpiece. So that's the workpiece, and the fir tree comes into action now, and we've got not quite drawn in there. Perfect. So that's on the third one, that's on 1, 2, 3 there, and so that makes that the famous center line. And if we go with a line here, and here, we have the flight path of that 1/2-inch cutter. So whatever is under there is now transposed onto here, and we will cut down that pathway. That's what it's all about. Okay, now we need to put the wood in. One end, get it straight. And ta-da! The flight path. You can lay it on the guide rail and check its position against the flight path. That looks pretty accurate to me. It's good. Then we turn it upside down and put it in the other way and readjust the positioning. So now all we have to do is to chop it in half and see whether it fits. There we have it. 2 pieces from 1 piece and a joint in each end. Not too bad. So, if you have been, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, why don't you like it and share it with your friends and do all those things on Facebook and so on. Probably worth going also to the website. There's a lot of interesting things on there, and you could even buy a Flightpath sticker for your wood wrap. If you're buying a wood wrap, of course they come with, but